Hey everybody, just doing a quick hobby update for July. I posted some pictures of this guy. I have some different stuff than this to show today, but I posted some pictures of the Reaver Titan, my first Reaver Titan that I've done on Facebook. And yeah, this is the Reaver. I kind of did a quick turnaround of a couple models there in the beginning that I've completed recently. I have magnetized this guy. I did the arm on the left side. You can really do it on either. And for this one, I actually have... I've magnetized this piece so I can use it on either side of the body. And even I have two pieces like this because I actually also have this guy here. And so technically I could use both of these at the same time, and I could use them on either side with the way I did it. So that was actually kind of nice to get it done that way, just to leave some options. I might want to mix up arms on multiple Reavers because I'll be doing a Reaver next for this game as well, like another Reaver. It'll have different weapon options. It's a different kit, but they both came in the starter set. After I finish that one, I'll just have the two little smaller Knight models. They're closer to 32mm models in height. They might be a little bigger, I'm not sure, but they're smaller than the Warhounds considerably that I did originally. And I also have the Carapace missile launcher magnetized. There's also other weapons. I know that there's a bolter weapon, mega bolter, dual mega bolter weapon that you can have on the Carapace as well. So yeah, I did a couple of things. Is I actually redid my Warhounds from when I posted the video with a kind of weathering powders. Actually, it looks like I have to hit that spot there. I thought I could hit all of them, but it looks to me like it's always that when you're on camera, you find something that you missed. And it looks like I have... That one there is a little lighter, but I actually hit it. I just have one there that I'm probably just going to have to throw some on. And just that little one facing there. So I did the weathering powders just to sort of show it trudging through all of the Martian landscape. I'm not going to do dioramas for every single model I do, although I could if I wanted, but I actually just think that tastefully done throughout the army of Titans. Like I did one Warhound last time with and one without, and I think the next Reaver I'll do without like at least guys on the base. I'll probably do some stuff, maybe something crashed or whatever, something small. But I do like and enjoy doing them. I painted these up as word bearers, Chaos Space Marines, so with the red and the gold trim. And then there's a lot of dust and stuff on the jet bike. You really can't see it from the drawing, but if you look here, there's a groove that goes through the ground and under the foot here to where this bike is crashed. Just goes straight across the model, and that's just to show, like, simulate it just crashing and sliding and causing damage to the ground. These are Thalaxes. I always get them mixed up with Thanators, Thanator and Thalax. They're both Mechanicum units, very different, but... And so, yeah, these are 3D printed stuff. This guy actually, the other guys have their normal lightning something. I don't own the model. I've never played Mechanicum. I think it's called a lightning something, but this one's a Melta. So I actually have two different styles, and I included one Melta. Maybe it was the one that shot this down. Anyways, I'm really enjoying this Mechanicum stuff. Or I should say the Titan stuff, the Adeptus Titanicus. Really looking forward to getting a game in this month. The group that I'm going to be playing with talked about getting our first game because we're a group of 4 of us that are going to be trying it out. So I'm hoping to get a game in. I painted a couple other things. I have Grimgore that I had finished. Now, those Black Orcs that I showed in the beginning, they're just another 10 Black Orcs. I've already painted 10 with Command originally. These are just another 10 to buff up the unit, which is coming just in time for the new errata and FAQ for the the rules for Old World, because they're really buffing infantry and heavy infantry, so I think it's going to be good timing. This guy will be a good black work boss, and so, yeah, I'll use him in there somewhere. And so, enjoyed painting him. I've had him for a little bit now. And then, lastly, what I've started, I am going to be starting the Reaver very soon, but I wanted to get something done that I had on the table for Old World first. I want to start using more artillery with my Orcs and Goblins. I want to be able to take a Doom Diver and a couple of catapults and a list, 2,000 point list. See what kind of leverage I can get. These are kind of cheap in the game. They're 75 points. So I want to see, they're not as accurate as the Doom Diver, but I think in mass, like getting 2 of them for the price of 1 may have some value, particularly if you're going against armies that are taking some larger units. I know a lot of times they're good against highly prized items, but you know, like hitting a monster with it or something. But I think maybe hitting some infantry when you have the scatter with some catapults might be good. Soften them up. Maybe we can get their new old rule outnumber down by throwing a couple of stones in there. So I'm excited. Painting multiples of catapults is kind of fun. And I do have to paint some crew. I think initially to get some games in, I might even just throw some Goblin Spearmen in there as crew because they're just kind of casualty markers. But I have some crew to paint too. So I'll be doing that. I've been spending a lot of time 3D printing. Sorry for the shift there. For Adeptus Titanicus. And so I actually have some files that I purchased. And this is just some black resin. It's not been painted or primed yet. And like this is an example of one. I was trying to model him a little bit after the size of the Warlord, trying to either be slightly below or slightly above. By doing that, I'm clearly, this is really good blocking terrain for a Reaver or a Warhound, like the ones that I showed before. This is one of the larger pieces that I've printed. But as an example, here's a slightly smaller one. Oh, Grimgore just took a hit. Good thing I varnished that. So here's slightly smaller one, and only slightly. But yeah, it'll be good. So I'm going to be doing just like the bases. I'm using a brown fat mat like for my initial gaming surface for when I make a table. Like we'll probably be using some other people's tables too. I'm going to do this as a I'm actually priming it brown, but then going to be going over it with a red and creating like a Martian kind of rock look. And I'll probably just dry brush them to highlight them up so they stand out on the table nicely. Yeah, and so I've got like 6 or 7 of these size right now, and this for a 4x4 table. I've also printed some other things. I guess I wasn't planning on showing these, but I don't see why not. I wanted to have some other stuff on the table besides just rock to make it look kind of like, you know, Riza, you know, which is sort of like the Mars, another planet other than Mars that Mechanicum's on. So I got like, I printed this, which is like a gas tank. It could be any kind of fuel. And so I think this will be good for line of sight and blocking terrain and make the table look interesting. I'll paint that up. I've got some of these, just like big storage vats that are maybe to refuel spaceships, something like that. I've got also some craters. I might put craters out on the table normally, but I think one of the things that I noticed in bat reports that's really fun is you can blow up buildings in the rules and terrain, and you can also blow up other titans, and when you do that, you can create difficult ground. And so I thought like having blasts where either titans have exploded or buildings have went destroyed would be kind of fun. And so I'm going to print some of those up too. Anyways, lots of interesting fun stuff for the holidays. For those of you that celebrated Canada Day, like, hope you had a good time, and for those of you that are going to be celebrating 4th of July, I hope you have a good time.